A very good morning to all of
morning,
you. A very good morning to all of you 7C. Welcome to the biology class, children. Now, children, in today's class, we are going to start with lesson number 2, that is nutrition in animals. Now, in the previous classes, we have been doing lesson number 1, which was nutrition in plants. Now, we will be talking about nutrition in animals. Okay, we just have a pulse of it because a little bit we have done in class 6. So you know about it, but you do not know about it in detail. So in this class, we'll be studying about different organisms, about their feeding habit in detail. Okay. So children, as in class 6, we have learned about different components of food. As you can see on page number 19, there's a table which says energy giving food. What are they called? Energy giving food are called what?
ma'am. Carbohydrates.
Very good. Carbohydrate. Then what about bodybuilding food?
Ma'am, proteins.
Yes, bodybuilding food are protein. And then what about the protective food? What is
Ma'am,
called in this
vitamins and
category?
minerals.
Yes, correct.
Ma'am, vitamins
Vitamins
and
and
minerals.
minerals. Yes. Now quickly write down some examples. One example at least. The third, the third row where example column is there. All of you write down the examples of all the three. Okay, so your energy giving food, carbohydrate, you must have written the starchy vegetables. Yes, then cereals, they are having carbohydrate. Then bodybuilding food, pulses, milk, they all fall in this category. And protective food, all the vegetables and fruits. Fine. Now, when we talk about the nutrition in animals, children, we know that they are all which main category they fall into? Autotrophs or heterotrophs?
Heterotroph. Ma'am,
Heterotrophs. Very good. They all are heterotrophs. All the animals, they cannot prepare their own food, and because they cannot prepare their own food, that is why they fall in the category of heterotrophs, because they are dependent on others for food. Fine, children. So all the animals, including human beings, first of all, you need to know that they are heterotrophs. Now these heterotrophs can be subdivided into, like just see on page number 19 itself, all of you underline second paragraph, animals are heterotrophs. Second paragraph, second line, please underline, animals are heterotrophs. Please underline that much. Animals are heterotrophs. Now these heterotrophs can be again subdivided into three categories depending upon the type of food that they eat. Yes, they can be herbivores, they can be carnivores, and they can be omnivores. This we have already done in class 6. Herbivores, the ones that feed on plants. Carnivores, the one that feed on animal and the meat. And the others, the third category, that is the omnivores, where we talk about the animals that feed on both. They eat the plant product also, and animal product also. Fine. Now we are going to learn something new, and that is that these heterotrophs, they can derive the nutrition from other organisms in different ways. And so we need to know that there is different relationship, like we have parasites. Now the parasites are one that live inside or on the body of other animals, and they take the nutrition from them. So they do not they do not kill the other organism, they do not kill the other animal, but they are parasites on others. So they take the nutrition from others and they live like that. Can anyone tell example? Anyone example? Like mosquito. Mosquito does not kill you. It does not harm you, does not hurt you. I mean, not harm, but hurt you. But what does it do? It sucks the blood from your body and from the body of some other animals. So it's not basically cutting your body like that. It just pierces and sucks the blood from your body. So it is a parasite. What is the host? Who is the host of the mosquito? Humans and monkeys. Yes? Yes, children, are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Similarly, What do you mean by lice? What is lice called in Hindi? Lice क्या चीज है?
मैम जुआ.
हाँ?
मैम जुआ.
Yes, Jew, or they are called Juan. Okay, so what do? They also, what do? They also suck the blood from human beings. Yes, and sorry children, as they suck the blood, what happens? What are they doing actually? They are depending on our blood. So they are the parasite and we are the host. Yes, similarly, have you seen some small, very small insects are there, children? They are found on this, generally you find on street dogs. छोटे छोटे गोल कीड़े जैसे होते हैं. And sometimes you must have seen some other the birds etc. sitting on the body of the cows and these animals, and they keep, वो कुछ ऐसा लगता है सब पिक कर रहे हैं वहां से. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So they, yes, it means they are the ticks. They are the parasites are the ticks, and generally you see them on the body of stray animals that are found on the roads. So they also suck the blood. Similarly, if we talk about, have you heard about the roundworm and tapeworm? Tapeworm सुना है हमारे intestine में रहता है.
Yes, ma'am.
So yes, and
Yes,
it harms us. It takes the food, digested food from our body and from the body of other animals like dog, sheep, from human beings, and it depends on that. So somewhere it is also a parasite, which is, and the host is human or man. Is this much clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now this is about parasite and host. Now we have the other category where we find saprophytes. Now saprophytes are the ones that depend on the dead and decaying matter. How do they take it? They first digest it. They secrete out digestive juices, and when it is in the form, it changes into simple form, then they absorb it. Yes, in the liquid form. It changes into liquid form and then they absorb it. So generally we see fungi falling in this category. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Now children, we talk about a new topic, and that is Holozoic nutrition. Very important for all of you to understand. Please understand it properly. Holozoic nutrition means animal-like nutrition. See, what do? We take the food, we put it in our mouth, it goes inside. Yes, then you must be aware of the term digestion. Digestion process होता है हमारी body में.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, children. आपको पता है, कभी आपने टर्म सुना है कि बॉडी डाइजेस्ट कर लेगी फूड, बॉडी में डाइजेशन हो रहा है, ऐसा कभी सुना है आपने?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
So it
yes,
is taken.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
animal-like nutrition we call as holozoic nutrition, where we see that the animal or the human beings, like human beings, we take the food, it goes through the food pipe, it goes inside, and then digestion process takes place. Then that food is absorbed. You people say that yes, ma'am, we eat the food to get energy. Yes, so that is absorbed by the body. Once it is absorbed, sorry children, once it is absorbed by the body, then what do we get? We get energy for doing the work. The same way, the animals that eat the food in such a manner, they have proper digestive system. Such type of nutrition in such animal is called holozoic nutrition. Again, I repeat, holozoic nutrition is a type of nutrition which is animal-like, where the animal, they take in the food like us. They also take in the food like us, and then it is digested by them and it is absorbed by them. So generally we see this type of nutrition in bigger animals. Bigger animal मतलब size से bigger नहीं. From the scientific view, if we say lower animal and higher animal, जो जिनकी body ज़्यादा developed है, like we see cows, buffaloes, goats, yes. Then other lion, tiger, these are all well-developed animals, higher animals. So in them we see holozoic nutrition. Is this clear to everyone? Okay. Now, children, as I've told you that this type of nutrition is seen in higher animals, in bigger animals, the ones that are well developed, well organized system of the body that have. In them we see such type of nutrition. But in some of the lower animals also, we see such type of nutrition like amoeba and perimecium. Have you ever heard about amoeba and perimecium, children?
No, ma'am.
नहीं सुना है आपने? किसी ने सुना है कभी अमीबा पेरिमिशियम के बारे में?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is special about them? What are they? हैं क्या ये?
Ma'am, they are microscopic organisms.
Very good. They are microscopic organism. Okay. Now I'll request all of you to put your videos off so that you can see me clearly and you can see the board clearly as I'll be using the board. Is it visible to all of you? Please tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Sure that your speakers are off.
Yes.
Nityanshi, your speaker is on. Okay. So now, yes. So as I told you that we'll be talking about the small animals, lower animals, but still they have holozoic mode of nutrition. That means they can take the food and then it goes inside. They take it, it goes inside. Then it is digested. It is, you can say, it is broken up into simple compounds, and then it is taken up or it is absorbed by the body of these animals. And why it is absorbed? So that they can get energy for doing various activities. Okay, so we will take the example of amoeba. Now let me tell something important about amoeba first, because many of you, like some of you said that ma'am, we don't know what is amoeba. Okay, so first I'll be telling you what is amoeba. It is a microscopic organism. Microscopic means you need a microscope to see them. If you want to see them with your naked eyes, ऐसे नहीं दिखेगा. Okay, so for that, if you want to see amoeba, you need to have microscope. You see, it is found in dirty water, pond water. Sometimes if you, like by mistake, if you drink this type of water, like बताशे जब खाते हैं, गोलगप्पे खाते हैं, many of the time your stomach, it gets disturbed, loose motion start. Why? Because of this. So if it may be, it's so small, it can enter your digestive system also. Yes, in case you drink dirty water. So you should be very, very careful. Fine. And it can cause amoebiosis. That is the disease that it causes, amoebiosis. Amoeba is an organism. All of you just pay attention and listen very carefully. It is an organism which is microscopic. Children, are you able to see the board clearly? All of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So amoeba is the name.
Yes.
Nobody is going to call it amoeba. Nobody will call it amoeba. M-A-M-O-E is there, so nobody will say amoeba. It is amoeba. Okay, the name of the organism is amoeba. It is a microscopic organism, so if you want to see it, you will have to use microscope. This is the second point. It is found in dirty water, generally in pond water it is found, and sometimes it can enter our digestive system also if we consume that dirty water. Now, the shape. Second important thing about this is that it does not have any particular shape. Abhi aapne isko slide, like I told you already when you were in class 6, that when we have to observe anything under the microscope, we see it, we keep it on a glass slide. It's a slide, a glass slide, a rectangular piece of glass, and on that we keep the material that we have to observe. Okay, then we place that glass slide under the microscope. Microscope के नीचे हम उसको रखते हैं, and then we observe it with our eyes. So when, like, if you are observing the amoeba, maybe it appears like this. It appears like this, irregular shape. All of you please pay attention. This is something very, very important. It has nucleus. All the cells, since it is a single cell, इसकी body कितने cell से बनी है? It is made up of only one cell. Single cell organism. This is the nucleus, like we have brain. Similarly, this nucleus is the brain of the cell. Then it has cytoplasm, this liquid which is there, and it has outer boundary which is there in all the cells. Okay, so that is it. So this is the nucleus, this is the cytoplasm, and this is the cell membrane. So you have cytoplasm, the liquid that is filled, then you have the nucleus in the center, which is called the brain of the cell, and the cell membrane. In any cell, wherever we are studying about any living cell, we will be having these structures. So the same way amoeba also has these structures. Now important thing about amoeba is that first it is microscopic. Second thing is that it does not have a proper shape. Its shape keeps changing. As I told you that supposing you start observing it under the microscope, आपने ऐसे देखा, and after some time if somebody else comes to see, maybe the shape changes to this. After some time, maybe it is like this. So the shape keeps changing. Now, you can see finger-like projections this way, up and down. Finger-like projections can be seen in the body of amoeba, and these finger-like projections are called pseudopodia. Very important. Please make a note of it. Pseudopodia. Just see carefully. Pseudopodia. Now, pseudo means the word pseudo refers to false. All of you please write down. Pseudo means false. Like we have real feet. We can walk, we can move. But this microscopic organism, it's so small. It is made up of just one cell. तो जब एक सेल का बना तो इसके हाथ पैर नहीं है. But because this pseudopodia, this structure, it helps in the movement. Because of this, it is able to move in water from here to there. That is why the term pseudopodia, false feet, is given to this structure. So all of you please write down pseudopodia. Pseudo means false, podia means feet. Okay, pseudopodia. So podia means feet, this means false feet. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Any confusion till here? Please inform.
No,
Shall we
ma'am.
proceed? Okay. Again, I repeat, for those who joined the class late, please understand, we were talking about nutrition in animals. Okay? Animals, we see, even we are animals. So I'll take our example. How do we eat the food? We keep it in our mouth. We put it in our mouth. It goes inside. Digestion process takes place. That means the breaking. We will understand in detail how the digestion process takes place. But for now, you need to know that digestion means breaking up of the food in our body, and then our body takes it, it absorbs it, and then we feel energetic. If you do not eat the food for 5-6 days, you feel very low in energy. So it is because that you're eating the food, you're taking the food, it is getting digested in your body, and you're getting energy for doing work. Then we talked about the holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition is this nutrition. In the animals, in the higher animals, which have well-developed body system, in them we can see that they have holozoic system or holozoic method of nutrition. But in some small organism, some lower organism also, we see holozoic mode of nutrition, and we've taken the example of amoeba. Now for you to understand the holozoic mode, first you need to understand the structure. So I've drawn the structure of amoeba. It is an organism which is found in dirty water, in pond water basically. It is a microscopic organism, so you need a microscope to observe it. You cannot see it with your naked eyes. Then the third important thing about amoeba is that its shape keeps changing. It keeps changing continuously. It keeps changing. जिधर से pseudopodia बाहर निकालेगा, उधर का structure change हो जाएगा. So the structure is not same. It keeps changing. Nucleus is there, which is called the brain of the cell. Then it has cytoplasm, the liquid that is filled, and then the wall, the boundary that you can see, that is called the cell membrane. In all the cells, it is found, or it is same. Now, then I told you that these finger-like projections, which can be seen in the body of amoeba, these are called pseudopodia. The word pseudo means false and podia means feet. false feet. It does not have the true feet like us, like animals, other animals. So this is called pseudopodia. Any problem till you are please inform so that we can continue then. Then we continue with the actual mode of nutrition. No, no problem.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So now just keep observing because with the diagram only you will be able to understand. Okay. See, like this is the body of amoeba. Okay. Now, what happens? A food particle, since it is present in water, कुछ भी छोटा सा कोई बहुत microscopic organism, जब ये खुद ही microscopic है, इससे भी छोटा organism, that is the food of amoeba. Supposing this is the food of amoeba. Now, as you, when you feel the smell, जब आपके पास smell आती है, you get attracted. The same way, it also, when food comes in contact, it gets attracted towards the food. It wants to eat food. So what happens? That this wall, this boundary, the pseudopodia enlarge, बड़े हो जाते हैं. Yes, और बड़े. And it tries to engulf. जैसे हम अपने मुंह में खाना रखते हैं, the same way it tries to engulf the food. Yes, it takes the food. With the help of pseudopodia, it tries to surround the food. Are you able to see it, children?
Yes,
So this is ingestion.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is ingestion, the first step of taking in. This is how it surrounds it and it takes it inside. This is called the first step that is given in your book also. It pushes it towards itself and this is called ingestion. Okay. Then is the digestion. Then is the digestion. Now what happens? As in our body, I told you that digestive juices are given out. वो digestive juices ऐसे होते हैं that they help in breaking up of food in our body. The same way here also, when the digestion process, this is done. The food is taken in. It is pushed in. Now what happens? The digestive juices are secreted. Okay, so the structure now becomes somewhat like this.
Ma'am.
Somebody wants to say something?
Ma'am.
Yes. Yes, please speak. I'm waiting. Yes, please say.
What is the cell membrane?
What is the?
Cell membrane.
That is the outer membrane. जो एक cell है, उसकी जो boundary है, that is called. You will be studying in detail about cell. So the outer boundary, you can say that is called the cell membrane. Okay. Put your speaker on. Put your speaker on. Now this has entered inside. Now the body of amoeba starts producing some digestive juices. It starts giving digestive juices which is going to help in breaking of the body or breaking of the food. It is going to break the food. So when the food will be broken, it will be easy. Yes. When the food will be broken, it will be easy to take or it will be easy to absorb. Fine. So now digestion, after that absorption. Absorption. Now for absorption process, absorption means taking in. जो भी चीज है उसको ले लेना. Digestion, breaking has been done. Now it has to be taken. It has to be absorbed by the body, so as to produce the energy. So third step is absorption. In absorption process, this food which has been broken up or which is digested, it is taken by the body of the amoeba. Is this much clear to everyone? Please show me your thumbs up with the help of reaction. Yes, okay. Anyone who has not understood, please tell. Now, the next is assimilation. Assimilation, see, ingestion, taking in, digestion, breaking, absorption, taking by the body, utilizing. Now, assimilation means whatever has been absorbed, जो आपने absorb किया, जो body में utilize, that can be used for different activities. That step is called assimilation. The food that has been taken, now it can be used by the body for different purposes. Like in your case, in our case, you people run, you people talk, you people sit, you people write, you people do so many activities. In case of amoeba, it will be helpful in motion. It can move. Yes, so that is assimilation, requiring or taking the food for or utilizing the food in doing different activities. So that is the assimilation part. Now we move on to the last one, that is egestion. See, ingestion, taking in, egestion, expelling out, giving out. Now see, as in our case, our body takes the food, then produces the energy, with the food is utilized for different purposes. Now the undigested food or the food that is not required by the body, that has to be expelled out of the body. In our case, it is in the form of feces. Yes? Yes? Anand, you put your speaker on and you're disturbing the class. Please. Okay. So in amoeba, in the body of amoeba also, the undigested, the extra food material has to be expelled out. Now how it happens is, see, vacuole in the form of a vacuole. Vacuole is a vacant space. Now what happened? Supposing the food was, the undigested food was present here and here everywhere. Now it all gets and accumulates in this vacuole. Fine. Now it has to move out. How it will move out is, see, it is going to form a sort of boundary and it is going to move out. So when it moves out, here it's like this. It floats up, it moves out, and later it forms the boundary and the structure. So the undigested food material is given out and the body is again like this. So now still, can you see that the shape keeps changing from time to time? Yes. This is egestion process. How many steps are there? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. That is giving out of the undigested food material. Any problem till here, children?
No. No, ma'am.
Okay. Now see, children, your homework is you are going to revise this. You're going to revise this. Just see it, read it properly, understand it. In case you find any problem, you can inform. I'll explain it to you again. No issues. Okay? But please do not forget to revise it. Sometimes it happens. Most of the time it happens. When teacher is explaining with the help of diagram, sab samajh mein aa jata hai. And later when you read it, arey, ye kya tha? So it's better if you read it today. When you finish off with all the classes, just sit back and read it once. Read it, not like that. Ki bas padh liya. Read and understand. Okay? Fine, children. So this is how we have come to today's class. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.